Okay, so for today's video, I wanted to do a quick discussion on the mathematical or probabilistic side of trading that a lot of traders tend to miss. Okay, I am not saying na hindi nila alam. It's just that sometimes we tend to gloss over it or underemphasize its importance. Kaya madalas kapag natatamaan tayo ng losing streak or natatamaan tayo ng win streak, we tend to feel towards the extreme ends of the spectrum. Either we're super depressed or we're super happy. Diba? It's very rarely na makakakita ka ng trader that can maintain a healthy balance in between, always making sure that logic prevails. I am hoping that by showing you kumbaga, the back end of it, kumbaga sa accounting yung the books, that it will offer you a deeper understanding of what you can expect when you trade certain strategies and why you should journal your trades and accumulate data and actually turn that data into something that you can use. Okay, so let's start. You can do this for yourself, but the website that I'm using for this is called Equity Curve Simulator, and I will include the link for this in the description box below kung gusto nyo subukan mag-isa. Okay? So start equity just means kung magkano yung capital na currently laman ng portfolio nyo. This is in euros, but obviously we can pretend that it's in peso, it's in dollar, or whatever currency that you're currently using. Okay? Para lang mas madali, we will make it na 100,000 pesos na portfolio. Okay? Pag ginawa ko kasi in the millions, marami sa atin na baka hindi pa ganun kalaki yung tinitrade. Pag sobrang liit naman, baka naman mawalan ng gana ibang nanonood, no? So let's make it 100,000. Next is yung win probability. What is your strike rate using a particular strategy? Okay? So, just to get the ball rolling, I am going to use 30%. Why 30%? Kasi ito yung lagi kong naririnig na tinuturo ng mga online gurus or sa social media na kahit na sa mga 30% lang daw ang win rate mo, basta ang average na risk-reward ratio mo, which is ito, yung win-loss relation, is 3:1, you will win in the long term. Okay? Now, let's say itong number of trades is the total number of trades that we're gonna take. So for this simulation, we will do 100 trades. If you wanna do a higher or lower number sa sarili nyo, that's fine. Go ahead, test it out. As I said, don't take the word of anyone on the internet, even me. Testingin nyo, di ba? Baka kung ano-ano na pinipindot ko, may daya pala akong ginagawa. Okay? Next is number of lines. Number of lines means the number of different approaches, I guess, or different number of traders trading the same strategy, no? Okay? Now remember, just because you're trading the same strategy doesn't mean that you're taking the same trades. So in this case, let's make it 100 as well. Now, risk per trade, we will make it 1% risk per trade. What that means is whenever you enter into a trade, from where you enter to your maximum stop loss, you are willing to lose 1% of your portfolio. In this case, since we have 100,000 as our capital, 1% risk per trade means we are risking 1,000 pesos per trade. Obviously, yung 1% nag-iiba siya. Kung 120,000 na to, it's then gonna be 1,200 pesos per trade when you risk 1%. Okay? Then you scale, iniiwan ko lang sa normal. Okay, then let's run the simulation. Now, let me quickly explain kung ano yung nakikita nyo dito sa chart na to. Hindi ko siya mapalaki, no? I tried zooming in pero ayaw talaga eh. Okay? These different colored lines, huwag nyo muna pansinin yung black line. These different colored lines are the results nung 100 na lines. Diba? That's 100 lines all scrunched up together. So isipin nyo, that's 100 traders taking the same strategy, applying it for themselves, and then using it to trade. Okay? So, ito yung starting capital. yung 100,000. Okay? Then, mapapansin nyo, may ibang lines that are above it and may mga lines that are below it. Okay? Now, you can ignore yung Kelly and your expectation for now. That's a discussion for a future video. Okay? So, let's start sa biggest max drawdown. Biggest max drawdown was a 28% down from your capital. So, nilagay naman niya rito, it's 31,595 pesos, no? Then the average max, so yung max drawdown is not yung end result, it's yung maximum drawdown for from a certain peak to a certain low, from a certain high to a certain low. Okay? Then average max drawdown is 13.4%. Okay? Then at the end of yung 100 na trades, may iba, yung pinakamababa na from 100,000 pesos, naging 74,893 pesos na lang. Pero yung max equity, meron din iba na dun sa 100,000 pesos na yon, naging 203,035 pesos. Now, let's discuss that really fast. In one strategy, di ba? Basta ganon, you're risking 3:1, same risk management, there are certain traders who are able to more than double their portfolio, and there are those who lost money. 'Di ba? Bakit ganon? Ibig bang sabihin mali yung pagkaintindi mo sa strategy? Hindi. Ibig bang sabihin kailangan mo mag-aral ng iba pang mga strategy? Hindi rin. It just means that over time, the way we look at markets evolve. And the way na nag-approach to ng trades, yung naakuha ng mas malaki, probably either mas aggressive siya kasi mas sanay siya sa mga gusto niyang makita, or mas conservative siya. Hindi siya trade ng trade basta lang makatrade. Okay? Now, let's ignore these two extremes for the moment. Mapapansin nyo, merong makapal na black line dito sa gitna nitong equity curve. Okay? Etong makapal na black line, yan yung average performance nung 100 traders. Meaning, yes, may mga natalo, yes, may mga super nanalo, but over 100 traders, over 100 trades, on average, they were able to win 22,523 pesos, or their portfolio increased by roughly 22 to 23%. Diba? Now, this is all we see. Most of the time, ito lang yung nakikita ng mga trader. When they hear a strategy, sasabihin sa'yo na, hindi, basta 30%, 3:1, okay, yung lagi mong kinukuha, 3:1, then mananalo ka in the long run. Diba? Pero paano tong mga to? Paano yung mga natalo? Diba? Wala na lang. Diba? May mali eh. Now, dito naman sa baba, meron tayong max consecutive winner and max consecutive loser. Now, in this scenario, yung max win streak na na-achieve was 7. Sarap pakinggan, di ba? 7 straight wins. Wow. Diba? Baka nga yung umabot pa ng 200 plus thousand yung taka 7 straight wins. We don't know. So parang, whenever we hear na 30% 3:1, okay, on average mananalo ka, ito yung mga naiisip natin. Pero paano to? Yung max consecutive loser, 24. Now, over 100 trades, okay, over 100 trades, let's say na manalo ka ng 50, matalo ka ng 10, manalo ka ng 10, matalo ka ng 10, matalo ka ng 4, tas manalo ka ng 6. Yan yung lalabas, di ba? 24 losers, di ba? Total, hindi consecutive, ba? 24 losers total. And you can accept that. Pero paano kung kunwari, ikaw yun nandito. Nag-24 straight losses ka. Did you consider that when you were looking at these numbers? Did you consider that, or did your guru or did your social media idol consider that when they were teaching you a specific strategy? Kasi trading is not just about strategies eh. It's about understanding the probabilities. Etong max consecutive loser na 24, it's possible na over 100 trades, matalo ka ng 24 sa simula pa lang. So 0 out of 24. Then you win 76 straight. It's unlikely, but it's possible. It's mathematically possible. But we don't look at that. Iniisip natin lagi, okay, natalo ako 3, natalo ako 5. Then what I'm doing is wrong. So I need to learn something new. Niloko ako, nabudol ako. That's not the right approach. So what is the correct approach? Is it the strategy that needs to change? Or is it you that needs to change? I would argue na it's neither. What needs to change is your understanding on what you do and you accepting the math behind it. What does that mean? Let's say, for argument's sake, that ibahin natin yung parameters. Let's say that your win probability was around 65%. Okay? And then the average win-loss that you get is mga 1.5:1. Then let's retain the same number of trades, the same number of lines, the same risk, and start the simulation again. Now, in this equity curve, okay, yung pinakamaliit na natalo na after ng 100 trades, from 100,000 naging 95,560. Biggest max drawdown, lumiit din. Kasi iba ngayon yung win probability mo eh. Diba? Yes, mas maliit yung potential mong kitain, but dahil nag-iba yung probability mo, iba din yung naging resulta. Max consecutive winners, possible that you can win 26. Wow, ang sarap, diba? Pero hindi mo alam kailan mangyayari yun eh. You can lose 10 straight muna, then win 26 straight. You don't know. Max consecutive loser, 8. But here's the thing. If you run the simulation again, that can change. Because there's nothing guaranteed in trading. It's all probability. Diba? In this scenario, the minimum equity, yung pinakamalaking natalo, naging 95,000 pa rin. Roughly the same. Pero yung max equity, they were able to reach 256,000. Diba? So, it's important that you journal everything. You journal your data. But it's not enough na journal mo lang siya. You need to translate it into something that you can use. And in order to do that, kailangan inaaral mo ng mabuti yung data na ginagather mo. Kasi kung hindi, wala rin siyang kwenta. Kung ang journal mo, ang ginagawa mo lang sa kanya is, o sige, nanalo ko, natalo ko, yun lang. O ay ano ngayon? Wala ka natutunan, di ba? That doesn't translate into good data. Now, let's change this again. Let's say that your win rate was 90%. At dahil lagi ka na nanalo, you're willing to risk 0.5:1. Kasi palagi ka namang nananalo halos eh. So what happens pag ganito na? As you can see, yes, mas maliit yung naging possible drawdown. Lumiit din yung maximum equity natin. So just because you're winning more by betting less, diba? By risking less, it doesn't mean na ultimately mas kikita ka. So it's important na mahanap mo yung sweet spot mo na ikaw lang ang makapagsasabi. Okay? Mahahanap mo yung sweet spot mo para komportable ka sa ginagawa mo. It's not about the strategy. Any strategy will work. I'm telling you, even if you just trade MACD crossovers all the time, there are certain market phases where it will work and certain market phases where it won't. And the same goes for everything else, for Ichimoku, for moving average crossovers, for yan, mga golden cross, death cross, whatever. It's all probability. All that matters is you understand the math behind it, that you have the data to back up what you do. Kasi again, madaling sabihin na 30% tapos laging 3:1 mag-normalize, mag-equalize. Pero kaya mo ba yung max consecutive loser na 20? 'Di ba? That's what you always have to be thinking of as you trade, as you form your strategy. 'Di ba? If this increase a little bit, naging 40%. 'Di ba? Yes, lumiit ng konti, pero ganun pa rin. So am I saying that a low win rate strategy does not work? No, of course not. Obviously it does, because on average you make money. What I'm saying is you need to know the math behind it para kapag ikaw yung natamaan ng consecutive losers, hindi ka mawawalan ng gana. Hindi ka basta-basta susuko. And you get to know this math based on your trades, not of the trades of your mentor or some random guy from the internet or your friend or your friend's friend. No. This is based on your own data. Kasi kailangan alam mo yung ginagawa mo para kaya mo siyang panindigan. And most importantly, alam mo yung mga areas kung saan mo kailangan mag-improve. Now, bakit 100 trades? Bakit di ko nalang gawing 10 or 20? Kasi masyadong konti. 10 trades is not enough to gauge the validity of a certain strategy or of a certain approach. For me, the minimum, bare minimum, is 30 trades. So let's say we do 30 trades here. Yan yung lalabas. Medyo pangit, mukhang fishnet yung chart natin, yung graph. But that's what you get kapag konti lang yung tinitrade mo eh. So the more data points that you plug in, usually, the better understanding you get of your strategy in the long term. And that's all we're after, the long term. Diba? Yes, may shock factor na pwede akong matalo. Oo. Pero over time, if the kumbaga averages will win out, maaring talo ka this year, next year pwede kang bumawi, and so on and so forth. So you're hoping na in the long run, in 200, 300, 500 trades, na eventually, your average starts rising up. Kasi you don't know. You need to accept the probabilistic side of trading na it's all non-guaranteed. Okay? Meron bang manipulation na nangyayari behind the scenes? Most likely. Meron bang insider trading na nangyayari behind the scenes? Most likely, especially if we believe the movies. Is there anything we can do about it? No. What can we do? We know ourselves better. We assess our performance. We understand the probability and the math behind it. And then we stand by it. Okay? So I hope na nakatulong sa inyo tong video na to. I hope it was able to provide a better understanding of what goes on behind the scenes when you trade. It's not just about, crossover na dito, or yung RSI above na ng ganyan. It's not that. It's understanding this. It's understanding the number crunch behind all of it that helps you survive in the long run. Okay? And if you found this helpful, or kapag may natutunan kayo dito, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel. And as always, good luck and happy trading.